Hello guys and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be looking at a scenario in which the USA never became a superpower. So here we can see the things that happened to them. First things first, no Mexican-American War. Second things second, Canada, under the UK at the time, gets all of the Oregon Territory and wins the War of 1812. The South gains independence in the American Civil War. And a lot of land along the coast is reclaimed by the waters. First things first, I should say this would never happen in real life. This water is not based off of any real rivers or anything like that. And most of this stuff is completely illogical and just ways that the USA could have lost. Never happened in real life, could probably not happen in real life. But the world is definitely going to feel this, as they've just lost their number one superpower, who is now a decently powerful nation. But all of this is like mountains and then Great Lakes. Like, this is all their important land over here. But yeah, no California and no Texas, no Washington, no Florida, no Virginia, no North Carolina. Half of New York is gone, including New York City. Yeah, it's not great for them. But you know who this is great for? Russia. Without US help, Ukraine would be much easier to invade, and without the US, a lot of European countries wouldn't want to send as much aid, as they don't have NATO to protect them. With that, Russia's going to have a much easier time pushing into Ukraine, as, yeah, without any equipment from outside nations that the West is providing Ukraine in real life, their chances would suddenly fall terribly. With that, Ukraine completely falls and is annexed, along with Belarus. Russia also moves in and annexes Moldova, along with Georgia. And that's just for now. They're planning to expand even more. They basically want to reform the Soviet Union, but it's not going to be a Soviet Union, it's just going to be Big Russia. Yeah, there. That's the best way of describing it. Big Russia. So yeah, US enemies are going to have a very fun time here. But the world is not just going to let this happen, as a lot of old US allies form up an alliance. That includes France, Spain, Germany, Italy, the UK. It includes Finland, Poland, Turkey. It includes Azerbaijan. It includes Japan, South Korea. I know I'm not coloring in these countries fully. The Philippines, Australia, New Zealand. And yeah, this is the world's attempt to stop them. Also Canada. And yeah, they're going to try. The world is going to try and stop old US enemies from taking over the world, pretty much. Let's see how well that goes. So yeah, the world is trying to stop all these new invaders, but it's not going to be easy. With that, Russia's done expanding for now, as they eye up Central Asia, but that's not an area of huge interest for the Russians. As for North Korea, well, what are they going to do? The USA's gone, so you start doing some nuclear weapons testing. But South Africa got into this alliance, so there's not much they can do. Over here in the Middle East, yeah, the USA doesn't need the oil, so these countries either going to have a really fun or really bad time. Less people buying their oil, but at the same time, less people invading them for their oil. Over in Africa, not much changes, but over here in North America, well, we see a new rivalry taking place between Mexico and Canada, who are now competing for the strongest country in North America. And, well, it's close, but honestly, Mexico took over, as I said, Texas and California. Canada took over some of New England, some land across the border, and, as I said, Washington and some of Oregon and Idaho. But overall, Mexico got the bigger amount of land from this. And yeah, Mexico wants to cement their influence, so they annexed Guatemala, they annexed Belize, which, yes, I know that's a bit more far-fetched, but this Mexico is just expanding as much as they can to try and make themselves the strongest power in North America. Once again, realistic? No. Without the USA to help them, Costa Rica and Panama cannot stand up to the Mexicans. And yeah, there goes all of Central America. The old Mexican empire is back. What's Canada gonna do to retaliate? Well, they basically just say, hey, Denmark, can I have Greenland? Greenland says, yeah, sure. And now Greenland is a part of Greenland is a part of Canada. As for this new U.S. nation, just to weaken them even more, they lost the Spanish-American War. No, not the Mexican-American. When they went to war with Spain and took some of this. Well, now they lost and fell under Spanish influence, which heavily weakened their country. They eventually got full independence, but yeah, it's not going to be very great for them. Economy, yeah, it's honestly, USA, they're now considered, a second world country, the one strongest country in the world. What else is going to happen in the world, though? That is China, who no longer sees any problems with invading other countries. China and Russia basically just go on a rampage annexing other countries. Russia annexes Kazakhstan. The East is just going to try and cement their power here. Well, more and more countries join the alliance against them. And that's how this is going to play out. With the new U.S. getting rebellion, coup. Oh, look, they finally settled with a democratic leader, with a democratic system, and joined this new Canadian and European alliance. With that, the push for Africa is on. But first, Azerbaijan, of course, is in this new with Turkey, but Armenia is not. And yeah, any country that's not in this alliance is probably going to be dead here. Most likely. The Baltic states actually join in time along with Sweden and Norway, so they're spared, but most of Central Asia isn't even allowed to join. That's not going to be great for them. If anything, this actually helps the world. Now that Russia and China are heavily expanding and not caring for anything, a majority of the world is saying, hey, we should join this alliance, but one of the requirements is being democratic. So, hey, world's going democratic. Along with that, Switzerland finally isn't neutral anymore. And let's take a look at what this alliance looks like now. Oh, it's literally just half the world. Yeah, I mean, not Algeria. But yeah, good portion of the world is in this alliance, just trying to protect themselves from Russia and China, who make their own alliance to try and combat this. Honestly, it's not going to work. This alliance is just too insanely powerful. Consists of a good amount of the world and a lot of its strongest countries, such as Japan, South Korea, Germany, France, Spain, Italy, UK, and at this point Canada, and the US is alright. But yeah, this nation is, this alliance is incredibly strong. Let's see what China's plan is to get stronger. First, we gotta get rid of all these borders. Alright, well, Russia's been expanding quite a bit, and China's feeling kind of left out, so they say, hey, why not go Qing? And I mean like the empire, okay? Emperor. The first dynasty in China was the Qin dynasty, or the Han dynasty, whichever one you want to talk about. Well, they're going back to their roots and conquering Mongolia. Once Mongolia falls, it annexes Myanmar after a coup in the country and a lot of unrest. They also go ahead and capture Taiwan in a military invasion. With that, they make a new alliance with North Korea, Laos, Cambodia, and Pakistan. And where is that alliance going to go? Well, it's going to go to India. India, their relations with the USA are fine. But here, they are too late to join the new alliance, as China and Pakistan team up. India's going to fight. India's going to put up a very, very good fight. It's going to be close, but India cannot win this. Indian forces instantly retreat out of their entire eastern. It's not an exclave, technically. It has a tiny connection, but that's incredibly difficult to supply, and they just give it up. They also give up all of Kashmir and northern India, along with just letting Pakistan push across the border. This is where the Indian army finally arrives and attempts to push back around, they push back around the capital to attempt to protect New Delhi and a lot of the northern land. But along the coast, Pakistani troops make a huge offensive, and Chinese troops are continuing to push into northern India. Also, I haven't mentioned this, but I haven't posted in a while. Yeah, was coughing. You can still hear it. No idea why. I've just been doing it every single day, but hey, I gotta start posting back eventually. Mumbai is recaptured though. And yeah, India, this is gonna be slow and it's gonna be incredibly painful, but they're gonna lose. With that, Mumbai is recaptured and a push along the coast is made. As although most of the major cities you probably know are along the coast, along with the capital, a lot of their important land is up here in the north. With the fall of all of northern India, the capital, Calcutta, Mumbai, and New Delhi. Yeah, India's falling badly here. India is falling terribly. And eventually, the country does not surrender, it capitulates. It capitulates to Chinese and Pakistani forces, leading to the split of the country. And yeah. The Indians are not going to be happy about this. But hey, I gave you an empire, and in most of my videos, you actually win and beat Pakistan, so let them win once. Let the Pakistanis win one time, India. Same thing with China. They take a good portion of northern India and all of the east. Oh, there we go. Huge war just broke out. India is now pretty much a puppet state of China and Pakistan. The people there are gonna put up a fight, and it's gonna be a pretty good fight. The guerrilla warfare here, I don't even know if you can describe how many poor Pakistani and Chinese troops are gonna die to Indians, not even the Indian army, just Indians not wanting to be ruled by them and just killing them. With a population as big as India's, yeah, what can you expect? But yeah, without the world's police force, aka the USA, Russia and China would have a much easier time, and the world really would have to band together if they wanted any chance of surviving. With that though, I think this video is going to be over, so I do hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!